the #1 long-form writer that helps SEOs outrank competition at the click of a button using real-time research and NLP. Start ranking content today with content@scale.ai.
Wix Studio, one end-to-end web creation platform for your agency to deliver exceptional work with absolute efficiency.
The new SEO metric that makes SEO 10 times more valuable and 10 times more effective. That's a big claim. It's especially a big claim for a Friday afternoon. Now, in the next 20 minutes, if you can give my attention, I think I'm going to give you some information that you can immediately go in action on Monday. And I think it's going to change the way you see search. So, first of all, who is this guy? My name's Andrew Holland. I'm the Director of SEO at JBH. We're a digital PR and SEO agency based in Manchester. I actually learned SEO over 20 years ago. That's when I first started. I was a detective in covert policing. I was a policeman for 20 years. Spent a long portion of that working with intelligent search engines, recruiting informants. And for all of you people loving the entity thing, that's what that was. It was an entity-based search engine. And I'm also the author of a book called The Value of SEO, which helps people to better articulate what we do, really, and explain it to others. It's out now. Okay, Brighton SEO, we have a problem because this is the current situation. We all love SEO. We're here. We get the least budget. And I'm a bit tired of that. We've got the biggest market to go at. We know when we rank organically, we win more business. And yet, still, paid search gets the majority of the budget. And it gets even worse. Because we had it good. From 2015 to 2023, we've had it relatively good. You build a website, you create great content, you get links, you promote it, you rank. Fantastic. Content was a moat. All that's changing thanks to our favorite friend, AI. Now, you create a fantastic piece of content, 10 pieces of content, 50 pieces of content, and the competition will automatically do it again. They'll be able to do it. They'll be able to replicate it in minutes. So things are going to get bad. AI is coming for your SEO content. I guarantee it. It's happening. But it doesn't have to be like this. SEO doesn't have to be living in this fear cycle of updates that go on. We don't have to fear AI. The problem is, this is how SEO looks now, the one on the right. We're the worst marketing option going. You literally buy now and pay and maybe get results in 6 to 12 months' time. No wonder nobody likes investing in SEO. No, it's not an attractive proposition for people. This is how it should look and how it can look. Immediate benefits, real-time, immediate results for businesses. And you'll have to hear me out. To get that, though, we have to do something differently. We have to change how we measure SEO performance. SEO effectiveness has to be changed, the measurement, because traffic and rankings, for all their glory, just don't cut it. Interesting quote to read out this for you. This is from the Pepsi company chief marketing officer. She says, CFOs don't debate how to measure cash performance. There are aligned industry concepts which give any CFO credibility in the boardroom. It should be the same in marketing. I think we need to up our game. And I think we do too. In fact, I think we need a standardized metric that aligns SEO with marketing. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. So, but first, before we get there, we need to have a quick recap because we need to be clear about why clients should choose SEO because we're really bad at this. Traffic rankings, customer trust, loyalty, we get really confused. In a nutshell, SEO helps brands to grow through online nudges. That's it. We put our link placement in the search engines, we try and move it as high up as we can, and then people choose it. What we do know is when we do this right, we get a lot of sales. We know that because we've all been in SEO for a while. And we know that the cost of SEO compared to those sales is incredibly low. SEO is a growth channel. SEO brings profits to the table. But exactly how does it do this? How does it do that? Because clients need to know. So fortunately, the scientists at the Ehrenberg Bath's Marketing Institute, very clever bunch of people, have done all the data for marketing. We know how marketing works. We know how sales happen. And they happen when we grow two assets for a business. And it's called physical availability and mental availability. This has all been around for 10 years, these concepts have. We just haven't brought them into SEO. And mental availability, as you can imagine, affects memory. And physical availability is being on the shelf. It's being in the search engines. Now, that's not rocket science, but we've got to get into this kind of communication because this is the language CMOs are talking about. The definitions, I'll explain. So physical availability is how easily or conveniently the product or service is available in a buying situation. We want to be ranked when somebody goes to a search engine to actually buy there and then. Mental availability, the likelihood of a brand being noticed, recognized, or thought of in a buying situation. And to be honest with you, from an SEO perspective, that works with our category research. When somebody's researching into the category, we want to show up there, for the comparison post, the guide content, all that kind of stuff. That's what that does. So, bringing those two together, the goal of an SEO should be to increase a brand's physical and mental availability through search. And this is the saying that I really like. It's be easy to mind and easy to find. That's all we're doing. That's how we're helping brands. We take on way too much responsibility over the financial side. There's a great saying, and it's from the head of the Ehrenberg Bath Institute, Byron Sharp. Great author, wrote How Brands Grow. It's the Bible of brand growth. And he says, search is the new shelf. Problem is, we don't measure it that way. We don't measure it as if it's a shelf. We don't measure mental availability. SEO, instead, is measured on ROI. And that's a terrible metric to measure SEO performance on. Because to increase ROI, the general thing is you reduce spend. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening in performance and paid search. That's what happens. We keep going for keyword buckets and we narrow them down to the people most likely to buy until we exhaust that. And that's what they call the performance plateau. And there'll be brands in here right now who have spent and have completely spent out on paid search. They can't optimize anymore. They've reached the plateau. They can't get past it. And the profit they seek is going to be in the organic channels. Reducing reach to target those more likely to buy will increase your ROI, it will, from your ad spend, but it reduces sales overall. And this little chart explains it a little bit better, but bottom line is there's a lot of search. What goes on with search is it's in the future. People coming to your search engines today are buyers in the future. So trying to measure the ROI this month is actually measuring the performance in the past. The traffic today will be conversions in the future because we have a purchase journey. And that's the important things. And it sometimes starts with buyer intent search words. It starts with those big words that are, early on. The problem is that businesses make incorrect decisions on incorrect data. That's the problem we've got. And this is what it looks like. You zoom out, you've got SEO, PPC. PPC is a no-brainer. Let's give all the budget to PPC straight away because SEO takes too long. We don't want that. We don't need that. But things can be far better because we need brands to zoom out. And when they zoom out, the bigger picture puts SEO as a far more favorable and profitable channel. So, what's the solution? What's this metric that I came here to tell you about? It's called share of search. And it's not my metric. It was actually created in around 2020 by Les Bennett. He's the group head of effectiveness for Adam and Eve DDB, big agency. And this was in conjunction with work with the IPA, the Institute of Practitioners of Advertisers. These are people who work with big brands. And What it means, and this is the definition, it's a mouthful. Share of search is the volume of search queries for a given brand in proportion to all of the search queries for all of the brands in the category. Yeah, it's tough. So let's make it simple. That's all the buyer intent search. That's all the brand queries. That's all the buyer intent search queries. You break it down, the brands with the most make most money. And it's quite simple like that. So our goal should be to increase a brand's share of search. Now, to do this, there's a process. It's quite easy. There's lots of tools out there. It's been around for a while, this has, so there's stuff online you can read. You decide what brands you are competing against, and you can make it small, you can make it 1, you can make it 10, you can remove the biggest competitors to make it more targeted. You divide each individual brand's 12-month rolling average, and then put the total and put it in a percentage. You put it all together and have a percentage, and that is share of search. But why share of search? That's the thing that we've got to convince people. Why is this metric so important? Share of search is a leading marketing indicator. What it does is it predicts the future, and they've done all the analysis of this. Your brands who are tracking upwards will be earning money in the future. Those downwards will lose money. And they say it's because a brand's market share affects its share of search. So it's like reciprocal in nature. Brand power. We talk a lot about brands this week. Because people are more likely to want information on something they already have or want to have. And that's really simple. Share of search changes SEO. We eliminate waste and we focus on buying intent only, because a lot of that content that we produce in SEO, those blog posts, the topical authority stuff that we try and do, it doesn't help sales. It doesn't do anything for us. It's very hard. You have to try and convert them onto an email list. It's a hard slog. And it looks a little bit like this, by the way. We invest in content, and great content, on category research. We invest on our product pages and our service pages, and we make them really good. Kind of what Google's been telling us for a long time. And that leads to increases in purchases. Simply put, SEO activity on keywords targeting those looking into buying, and SEO activity targeting keywords for those who are about to buy, who want to buy today. But how is all this going to work? How is this? Because I've just told you to dump a lot of informational content. All that top of funnel stuff. We're going to invert things. This is how the future of SEO is going to look. The budget we need to invest in is creative advertising. We can't invest in that, but that's what a brand's got to do. That whole thing. Social media, we've heard a few talks about that, about the importance of social. That's the brand, the creative advertising. They've got to spend money on that to get in front of people. Digital PR and brand PR, that's something we can have involvement with. I'm a digital PR agency, we know that. You can invest in digital PR. We can create search. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get our brands featured in the media. We're going to get people commenting about our brands. We're going to join the conversation. We're going to help our brands to help customers make sense of the world, of what the products and services they sell and offer, and display their expertise. SEO is going to capture that. We're going to be a demand capture channel. That's what we really are. And then PPC should be the sniper. Paid search should be the sniper of the things we haven't got yet. And SEO should replace paid search budgets anyway. That's the whole point. We were never supposed to hang on to paid search. It's just that we haven't got the investment we need. The recipe, simple. Link earning plus buyer intent content. The results? Here's an example of our client. That's a client result. There's no fluff in that. There's no content. Top of funnel, this is pure buyer intent. 60,000 pages of buyer intent, if I'm honest with you. Big marketplace. With digital PR, authoritative link building fueling it. And the reason why it works is you put the right fuel into the site. Authoritative links. Not volume of links, authoritative. Actually contextually relevant. And you also target purchase intent. And what happens is you create buyer intent search. Now, really weird things happened to me this week. I was back in the hotel room on Wednesday night, and I got a text message, or a LinkedIn message it was actually, from the head of revenue at one of the world's largest analytics companies. He messages me, he says, just read your article that I wrote in Marketing Week about share of search. I love it. I'll let you know, we measure TV advertising effectiveness based on share of search. One of their clients, Netflix. So these conversations are happening at top-level brands. They're talking about search, our channel, they're talking about it, and we're not in that conversation. If we adopt share of search, it places SEOs at the center of marketing. We should be in the boardroom giving advice, tangible advice. Because when you look at share of search, things happen. You can see here, this is a trending line. This is just for Netflix. It's trending down. Search is trending down for Netflix. They need to go and do something because that means reduction in sales in the future. And we know Netflix is, people have been on it. It's reached everyone. How are they going to get people on? They're going to need creative advertising. The important bit, by the way, is that we know, based on the data around share of search, because that's all online, that when we increase buyer intent search volume, revenue tracks alongside it. Suddenly, organic search is very, very powerful. And the interesting thing about this is when you start investing in front-end stuff to do with digital PR and creative advertising, we create search that didn't exist before. I just threw Mr. Beast into this tool that we use. And, we've done this a few times. This is just things people are searching for recently about him. Because you can bring search, what did people searching for last month about your brand? What are they currently searching for? We did this with a client. They'd had a 400% increase in searches around, is this brand legit? We went to him and said, well, we've got this increase, what's going on? They'd sent out a load of text messages to a list they hadn't messaged in years. That's caused an issue. You can plug these gaps. We had another client. We looked at this. Because they're doing a load of brand stuff at the moment, reviews, brand plus reviews became the biggest keyword. It was surging. They needed a review page. This is real-time data. You're able to do real-time SEO. For those of you wondering what tool I'm using to do this, by the way, there are some out there that do it. You can do it yourself with Google Trends, although it's a bit more hard work. It's a tool called My Telescope. It's a brand tracker tool. It gets data from the previous month of Google, and it stacks it on itself. It's really good and actually really cheap. Share of search is the mirror you hold up to your face because it shows how well your marketing is cutting through the noise. What does the future of SEO look like? There's been a few of these things going around because we're not sure. We've got SGE coming out. We're concerned of what the future might be. I think the future of SEO is a consultancy model. I think it's more about us being able to tell businesses and brands what's going on around their other marketing metrics as well. We're going to have a lot of information to give people. We need to help businesses and brands understand what's happening in search, what's happening around their business in search, what are customers searching for about them. I think we're going to be omni-channel as well. I think we're going to be across the spectrum. I think we're going to be doing the TikToking, the social media, all that kind of stuff. We're going to need to know about those keywords because those are important. We'll probably be ordering social media content from people and influencers. We're going to be focused on growth. No one cares about the blogs, writing 50 blogs that might rank in 12 months' time. Businesses want tangible information that they can take away, and tangible and growth and see movement quite quickly. So we're going to be held to account for growth, and I think that's fantastic. But we need the right fuel to be able to do that, and we need the right budgets. And that's how we get the right budgets, by talking about share of search. And all the marketing channels together are working towards building share of search. You can bring your teams together, if you're a multi-service agency, and discuss share of search. How are we helping brands? And I think publicity is going to become a major part. John Mueller yesterday was here on the stage, and he was asked if digital PR is link spam, and he said he thinks it's fantastic if agencies create some great piece of content, it goes to journalists, and they link to it. And I think that's probably going to be the future of it. I think we're going to be creating news, creating search. And yeah, we'll rank for stuff, but a lot of search will go from SGE. We need to focus on the buyers. That's what businesses want. That's what brands want, more sales. So, share of search, just to recap, the new SEO metric that makes SEO 10 times more valuable and 10 times more effective. It aligns all marketing channels into a singular measurement of effectiveness. You can all be involved in share of search. It is fueled by publicity, leading to faster results and faster backlink acquisition and more powerful backlinks. And We're focused on purchase intent traffic. We're doing this. We want sales. This is what we're after, and we're determined. And it provides actionable business data, real time, what's going on right now, what other marketing is doing, and how it is affecting search. Because like we said, people are searching for things they're more likely to want to have. We need to be not lagging from 12-month-old data or keyword data. That's important. It's never going to go away. But we need to find out what's going on now. What are people searching in search engines? We need to be more alive. And it places SEO at the heart of marketing. That's the important thing. It makes us future-proof because we're in the center driving the conversations. Thank you very much. If you want information, you want the slides, you can either go to my LinkedIn, and they're on there now, you can download them, or if you want to get this QR code and you scan it through, the slides are going to be for download. SEO, I think we're going to grow. I think we're going to grow massively, but we need to change our language. We need to align all the challenges, and we need to be in control of the situation so we can fuel our budgets. Thank you very much.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? Try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.